Tears of the Kingdom has been around for a while, and even more interesting things are being discovered all the time. So today I'll be showing you 33 of these things that you quite possibly didn't know about Tears of the Kingdom. So let's get started. If you crash a flying vehicle into an armored Lionel, it will break its armor instantly. While visiting the Yiga clan outpost, you may have noticed these strange demon-like posters. Well, they aren't just any random pictures, they're actually depicting Link. If we put Link and the poster side by side, we can clearly see the similarities like his blue eyes and blonde hair. The Yiga clan really hate Link, so it's a no-brainer that they're gonna have posters depicting him as a demon hung up on the walls. In Breath of the Wild, there's a rock on Satori Mountain where if you lift it, a diamond would pop out. But in Tears of the Kingdom, if we do the same thing, we won't find any diamond. There's this book in Gerudo Town that is higher up than Link, and when you try to read it, you won't be able to because Link is too short to see it. Nice attention to detail in my opinion. If you fuse a bomb barrel or bomb flower to a spear and then throw it, once it touches the ground, the explosion will make the spear return to you just like a boomerang. In Breath of the Wild at the Gerudo Highlands, you are able to find this bokoblin trying to free his frozen friend from an ice block, but in Tears of the Kingdom, this story has a rather sad ending because now both bokoblins are frozen and it's quite possibly the doing of this like. If you attach two Zonai stabilizers to each other facing in the opposite direction and turn them on, they will fall slower than normal when dropped. Bokoblins can apparently see through wooden boxes, so it's no good trying to hide behind them. Bokoblin archers won't do anything about it, but Bokoblin soldiers will. But still, it's crazy that Bokos have X-ray vision, like bro, that's literally cheating. Maestro, the leader of the orchestra, is the only Hylian NPC that is unafraid of Ultra Hand. The highest sky island in Hyrule is 3,000 meters above Lookout Landing, and no one knows why it's there. But we do know that the stone tablet below broke away from this exact sky island, hence the pentagonal shape that matches from the missing part. If you go to the Gustav Canyon mines, there is a glitch that allows you to hear the final boss music. For some reason, if you stand in this exact spot, this is probably happening because Gustav Canyon Mine is right underneath the location where the final boss takes place. If you are out of bomb flowers that can break a Lionel's armor, you can fuse Zonai hydrants to an arrow and they'll work just as well. You can also use Zonai cooking pots if you're short on hydrants. There's some really good loot on the top of the construct factory, so if you haven't been to the very top, then go now. And on the roof of a facility, there will actually be 2 Grand Pos. This place is actually OP during early game. With the right setup, you can make this blue bokoblin give you infinite bomb flowers. Apparently, Gloomhands can now swim in water, which is even more terrifying. If a Frox sees you gliding around in the depths, they'll actually jump extremely high trying to reach you. If you bring a stall enemy's skull to an NPC, it'll make them treat it as a threat, and after disposing of the head, you can now come back to the same NPC and enjoy a free meal. Here's one I wish I knew earlier. If you throw a puff shroom at the guy that sells you the green crystal in Terrytown, you can steal it without him noticing and paying any money. For some reason, if you Ultra Hand an object attached to something, you will be able to hold it without the Ultra Hand breaking for the further you go backwards. The music that plays in Link's house in Tears of the Kingdom is a reference to Ocarina of Time's music when you enter a house. Have a listen. This fact is a bit useless, but while gliding, if you pull out your scope and look at a Poe, their flames will move in slow motion. Lightning can instantly defeat even the most powerful monsters like Captain Construct 4s or even Gloom Hands. After 30 minutes of being used, Zonai fans will disappear just like balloons and wings. Logs dropped by Evermeans and logs chopped down from standard trees are quite different from one another, one aspect being that normal logs deal less attack damage than an Evermean log when fused to a weapon. Another difference is that an Evermean log usually drops 3 bundles of wood when cut, in contrast to a normal tree that only drops 1. There is an extremely rare chance for a double rainbow to appear in the sky while it's raining. You can make boiled eggs in Tears of the Kingdom by throwing Kuko eggs into the Goron hot springs. You can actually make music with stakes by firing arrows at them. The pitch of the sound depends on how deep the stake is buried. The lower it is in the ground, the higher the sound. During a blood moon, hearts consumed by gloom won't regenerate even if you're in the overworld, as you can see. Have you ever wondered why the Zonai lanterns have this strange aesthetic? Well, the Zonai lanterns that you can see all around the map are actually inspired by the Bright Bloom seed, which is quite noticeable when you compare the two to each other. You may have noticed that the sound that is made when you rotate something using Ultra Hand sounds quite strange, but did you know that you can make this familiar tune? While Link cooks, he'll hum a random melody from the Zelda franchise, like the Song of Storms, the Hyrule Field theme from Ocarina of Time, and my personal favorite, the Champion's Ballad played by Cass. At least there's one reference to this guy. Rest in peace, Cass. He will never be forgotten. In Breath of the Wild, at the peak of Mount Hylia on the Great Plateau, you are able to see a strangely shaped rock. In the tutorial section, it is explained to us that this grave belongs to the last king of Hyrule, King Rome, Bopformus Hyrule. And in Tears of the Kingdom, if we go up to the very same grave, you'll be able to see a royal claymore plunged into the ground. In Age of Calamity, Rome carries a royal claymore, so placing this weapon next to his tombstone was a tribute given to him by the Sheikah people. And that was 33 things you did not know about Tears of the Kingdom. Thank you for watching, and hey, if you enjoyed, why not leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll definitely be making more videos like this in the future, and you guys definitely won't want to miss out. Anyways, have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.